guys, it's Kaylee.
And I'm Amari, and today we're going to be giving you 20 tips on how to make your theme better. Let's get started.
Tip number 1 is to make sure that you have a good color scheme, which means don't have a row with pink and then a blue one and then a green one. Make sure that all your pictures have the same color.
Tip number 2, when you're looking for a theme, make sure you're looking for something that you personally would like and know that it would go with your pictures that you take.
Tip number 3 is to make sure that all of your pictures have the same amount of brightness and exposure on them.
Tip number 4, when you're editing a picture, make sure to have your camera brightness all the way up so you can actually see what you're doing.
Tip number 5 is don't be basic with your theme. Be original and be creative with everything that you make, and don't have a white border or a black and white theme.
Tip number 6, make sure you have good lighting when you're taking your picture because you don't want it to be too dark when that's not your theme that you're trying to do. And whenever you're about to take a picture, you can always edit the exposure before you take the picture.
Tip number 7 is 2 apps that I really recommend is VSCO, VSCO, or however you pronounce it, I don't know, and Afterlight. But Afterlight costs money, and it's really not that good, but I love VSCO, and it really helps a lot.
Tip number 8, make sure that you're having good quality pictures. I'm not saying go buy out a fancy camera because you don't need one. You can use your phone camera, which would be perfectly fine. Just make sure you're focusing your pictures.
Tip number 9 is there are feed accounts that help you, how to find a theme and stuff on Instagram. And
tip number 10, don't expect to have an awesome feed overnight because that will not happen. Don't get frustrated when you don't get the theme that you want at first. Just keep altering your pictures and maybe it'll work.
Tip number 11 is there's 2 little features or settings that I love is saturation and temperature. And saturation can either add color or take away color. And it's really nice to if you don't want that much color or you want a lot of color. And then I like temperature because if you put it up, it's warm tones, which is red. And then you also have the cool tones, which is blue and stuff, so it helps a lot.
Tip number 12, look at the environment around you. Don't be trying to have a tropical feed when you know that that's not where you live, that you live in a cloudy place. Because obviously it won't work, your pictures will not flow together and that theme will just not work. Make sure you're looking for stuff that actually fits your environment that you're living in.
Tip number 13 is to make sure that all of your pictures flow, which means have them the same color scheme, which I said before, same brightness, which we also said before, and test it out, which is why I really like VSCO too, because you can see the layup that you have.
Tip number 14, just make sure to take pictures of everything that you like.
Tip number 15, which is one that me and Amari should have taken into our own consideration, is don't buy all of the VSCO filters because you will waste $25 on all of them and you will most likely not eat all of them. You just buy the ones that you want.
Tip number 16, make sure that when you're focusing on just one thing in your picture, don't have a busy background because that just makes the picture look sloppy even if you focused on the object. Make sure your background is clean so they can just focus on the one thing you're taking the picture of.
Tip number 17 is be creative, but not only with your theme, which I also said before, be original, but also with your pictures. You've seen so many pictures of the same old thing on Instagram, and you just gotta change it up, have an angle.
Tip number 18 is make sure your personality shows through your theme because you don't want to have a grunge theme if that's not who you are. If you're a preppy person and you like the bright colors, then do that for your theme.
And tip number 19 is base your theme upon the season that you're in. If you're in winter, possibly have a white theme. In fall, have a brown orange tone. Summer, have a bright flowery pink, purple, bright color, fondness. And then in spring, have pastel colors. Have it flow around that season that you're in.
Tip number 20 is to when you have a theme, try to stick to it because you don't want a really short theme to go and then all of a sudden you changed it to another one because it looks sloppy and it also shows that you're not really committed to finding one.
And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Our Instagram and Twitter will be down below. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.
This is
it over and just delete this video.
Yeah. Piper!
Come here.
Maybe you should put your cats away
What am I gonna put him?
in your room.
No, I don't know.
So your cats just have to stay in there for a couple minutes. No, Piper.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2,